Welcome back to Nightmare Paradise. It may look like we're short-staffed, mainly because a few others are out. The twins are with the family. Um, Austin is still taking hiatus again. Casey, our other player, Kino said he is going to shove it. He'll be a little bit late. But, recap. Last we left off, Nightmare Paradise. All of you pretty much just got out of Call Creole. You guys got done talking. Urea got your information, all that. And you all made a bounds straight for Crean. As being described, Crean is a place, a village, that has a volcano. The volcano is a little bit far away, but it is one of the main sources. Kind of like an incognitive ability whenever you guys were going to Crean. A bit of steam came out as the tectonic plates were being ricketed as you guys were crossing the bridge, and you see a little bit of what you thought was snow is ash falling from the sky. In a panted, rushed hurry, you see Solverine boot from all of you, puts on his speed suit, and starts running directly in the middle of the village, noticing that there is smoke also coming from Crean. All of you are pretty much in the middle of the town square, taking care of everything until Solverine, without hesitation, ignored all of this and ran deep into the woodlands to find his mother. Separating from the group, Demi had looked back and forth, gave all of you except for Solverine bardic inspiration, and said, "You guys got this. I'm gonna go with Solverine, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid." Running, yeah, pretty much. Good bearing right there. Pretty much giving the information with your inspirations. You can use your inspirations any time of the day. It's your choice. But taking care of the little fire level mishap to where it hardens, cracks debris, clearing out quick and nimble as fast as you can, clearing everything, preventing even more problems, and cleaning up the ash as well around the town. We kept over. We were going to start with Solverine, but again, the player Michael, he's not here. So, we're going to pick up from the party after clearing the debris. A few of the dwarves are kind of like fussing with each other, getting everything cleared out and about. Also noticing here in the village of Crean, from what Solverine has mentioned, this is a dwarven, elven place. There are a few other humanoids here, but it's kind of like sometimes when they travel, and the most tend to keep their lives hidden in here as well. Now, let's say getting done clearing pretty much all of this, it gives you guys a little bit of breathing room. Theron, what would you like to do?
Well, first, I'm gonna take in the city, write down some important places that look pretty important down in Abercrombie.
Yeah, I would say
basically kind of get my surroundings real quick.
All right, I would say roll a passive perception, but give me a perception because you did say important stuff. So just give me a good perception.
Yeah. I'm just trying to learn my surroundings, basically. That's all she's trying to do.
All right.
Alright, I'm pretty good at those. 17.
Oh, okay. On a
I guess
7.
I was pretty good at them. I rolled a 10.
Alright, so I did know you said of importance. Do you want to go by importance of historic or importance of just the scenery?
Uh, Anything that just looks important-ish. She's not looking for anything like, you know,
Exotic.
just something. Yeah.
All right. Okay, I would say of importance. There is a laboratory about 16.6 miles in the eastern direction. So there's a board pulled like piled up. There's like a little like notice board to where like they always have like a lot of news, like important stuff. There's like an old paper dated back like years ago that there is a laboratory being built, and on top of that is like the new laboratory built for basic architect things.
Alright.
Pretty much, it says like the standard potions, weapons, all that type of stuff. Another one, you see about a good 1 mile away in the northern direction. That's kind of near the like that's not super near to the volcano, but in the path of like the giant volcano right behind you. You see that there is a guild hall right there that says RBK.
Alright.
It's the guild hall of RPK. That's all I can say. Like it's pretty much it. Pretty much housing new stuff for not only adventurers, but kind of like class teachings, history a little bit. Another one on the 17. You see there is another guild hall within the same vicinity of the RPK archives. You see that there's a quest board. There's a quest board for pretty much everything. It's like the specific stuff of like basic adventure stuff, like going into a cave, splunking it, gathering all the gold, defeating mimics, all that type of stuff, bandit killings. Pretty much, if you're looking for a quest, if you like say a quest at the top of your mind, it will have a quest. To the
I'm just jotting all this down.
to the east of where Sovereign left, there is an apothecary. And also, there is a few taverns in the left vicinity as well. And lastly, right in front of you, the like little place that was charred up that needs to get repaired a little bit, was a library. It was a library, but it can be repaired.
I immediately say scrap everything else and I walk in the library.
And there was another thing on that 17 before you leave. It was the mining. Yeah, it was the mining halls. As soon as you go past the guild halls in the north, and you take a left, literally about like a good 6.6 miles away, is the mining rooms, the sulfur mines.
Well, she walked immediately into the library.
All right, the burnt, a little bit charred, burnt down library. All right. You walk straight in. Is there something you're looking for?
No, just a bit of a. This is the library, right?
Yeah, you're into the library. Yes.
No, I just tend to like to get lost in reading, and so I'm just looking for something to
Is there anything?
use the time, I guess.
Oh, is there anything specific exactly that you're looking for?
Typically, not really. I mean, I read a little bit of everything. I'm gonna be honest.
You hear Falchion immediately. Yep, she's an aggro bookworm. quite literally, anything that she reads, she'll be gone within like a few weeks.
You know, if you're going to follow me, you might, keep your mouth shut, please, for 5 seconds.
I was close. Hey, if anything, I'm just trying to like make this a little bit more enjoyable for us.
Well, watching me in silence is not going to be enjoyable for you.
Wouldn't you just be screwing yourself in that vicinity?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm not that big of an arcane person, but if you cast silence and I'm right next to you, you'd be quiet too, wouldn't you?
No, you're missing the basic point, honey. I don't talk when I read. I don't think watching me in silence is going to be enjoyable for you, honey. So go
Um,
bother some of my bird brains elsewhere and leave me in peace.
I don't think so, Kindred. Because quite literally, we kind of just lost Solverine. I mean, I don't think we lost him, but like he kind of just drove under like weird things. So we're gonna need to make a plan.
Why can't we just have a couple of hours just to calm down and have some us time for once?
You just had like enough us time when we were in Call Creole, but I guess being around a bunch of avians is a problem.
You got to do your own thing back in there. Sovereign's doing his own thing. Just relax. Go do something that you want to do. Go enjoy yourself. We'll meet back up when Sovereign wants to find us.
Well, we do have the rings, so if anything, if he does get far, yeah, and like he kind of just like stretches like his wings out a little bit. I'm just gonna go scan the entire place. I don't know, something
She just
doesn't
kind of waves
feel,
them off, and she just goes to the shelves to look for something to read.
something really doesn't feel right, and just kind of like uh, jets out of the library and starts flying around. Kino is walking with you, pretty much scanning, saying, "Okay, then, so the whatever Solverine is jetted somewhere. Birdbrain is taking a huge flight that leaves me, you, and Torvald. Torvald, exact because I see Torvald walking out. I'm gonna go hit the good old bars around here. See if I can get a little bit of information for myself. Okay, I guess it's just me and you, Theramore.
I'm just like, yo, she could have the most dirtiest fucking book she can find. Just by the way.
The dirtiest book?
And I think you know what I mean by that.
Okay, then, what is your definition on dirty? Like, extremely raunchy from, like, every single page? Or dirty as in just dark fantasy, some dirty moments?
The shit that I fucking read in real life, motherfucker.
Oh, oh, that modern stuff. Okay, I thought you were talking about something the most dirtiest. Never mind.
Mm-mm. She's looking for the dirtiest book she can find in this place.
Okay, I would say scanning through, you do come to a term to where it says kindred scales.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty much where a salamander of a sense falls in love with someone otherworldly.
Ooh.
Ow, fuck, stabbed myself with the pencil.
Yeah, wait, I do that so often, dude.
But it's like one of my special...
Not fucking flying.
Yeah, it's my special hollowed out mechanical pencil with the nub already out.
Ooh.
Oh. It broke the light at least.
She just picks the book off the shelf, and then sits in a chair and leans back and starts reading.
Pretty much reading into the book. Intelligence check to see how far you get.
Alright, let me roll. Is this a D20?
Yes.
Aylin, don't fuck me. Do I add anything to it?
Intelligence check.
Okie dokie.
Being your modifier.
That's a 13.
14.
I
That's
won't
it.
even load in that.
Getting to like a good bit of hours because Kenna was kind of walking over, like bothering you a little bit, saying, "What you reading?"
It's best if you don't know.
But I do, and kind of like sneaks over, watching you like read the pages. You were like about like 10 chapters in to where like scanning through, you are getting like the new detail of holding her closely. The man with the scales caresses her, feels every inch of her body, curve by curve, lace by finger and finger.
Poor Kino's probably getting traumatized.
Kino's like, "Oh, you are so disgusting." Let's read a
Not
little.
until you try it.
Go looking. Let's read a little bit more. Like goes on a little bit deeper, and like a little bit more time goes for like in 15. Picked up against a wall, slammed hard.
Ah,
Passionate. It's like passionate kissing.
this is why my father disowned me.
Again, feeling every single curve, feeling every single like, even like in moments, he bit her neck. She sprawled over, bit the lobe of his ear, licked the side of his face, feeling every jagged edge of his scales. Paradise. In full bliss, beauty, matrimony, and kind of getting even more deeper into the book, I need you to do me a favor, Becca.
Uh-huh.
I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. I think I'm gonna use my Caduceus dice for this one. Ooh, dirty 20.
Well,
I that plus 8 to my Constitution saving throws.
Alright, you are like getting into it to where quite literally something on the table kind of like something like lands on the table and starts like rigging the table a little bit to where you kind of see that there is a bomb right next to you, to where
He jumps
smoke,
back on.
yeah, like a little bit like a cloud of smoke and mist, like a cloud in. As soon as you jump back, you feel yourself getting a little bit drowsy until like you kind of shake it off. Chino?
Oh, come on, they were just about to say I love you. Motherfuckers.
Chino falls immediately on the ground, slams down, and is knocked out.
Oh, come on. The first you interrupt a really good book. Then you knock out my friend. Who the hell wants to piss me off today?
And as that happens, you see two miniature bombs slide out right into your direction. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Well, Caduceus, you didn't fuck me last time. Natural 20 for 23.
Alright. To where you kind of see in both of those like little like miniature bombs blows up to where you see like a little bit of threading nets come out. You're able to like flip back, land on the ground and pretty much like hold out your hand for your magic. And as you're doing that, you see.
She has fireball prepared.
Yeah.
She's casting fireball so she sees figures.
Landing straight down to the ground, wearing a cloak, holds up the cloak and like holds on to the hip. You kind of see an array of bombs on the hip.
Again, she's casting fireball.
You casting fireball?
So she sees that figure. Hell yeah!
Just looking at this.
At 5th level too.
Alright, one brat down. Kind of staring at you. Huh. Strange. Usually you fire first.
At that point, she is fireballing them. Now.
Alright.
They need to make a dexterity saving throw.
As soon as you do that, the fireball is dissipated immediately.
Motherfuckers.
Kind of like holding out to the bomb, immediately like holding out their hand. You're noticing the hand out. It's like a regular humanoid hand. And a little bit, you kind of see a tail poke out from behind this person. Sorry, lady. Kind of like takes out another bomb, sends out a bigger, like a regular size big bomb. Give me an intelligence saving throw this time.
Intelligence save? Well, it's gonna run out eventually with these. Maybe not. Another natural 20 for a 23.
Damn.
Thank you, England.
To where like you get hit with the bomb, to where like you kind of feel yourself get a little bit daisy, but able to like shrug off the effects with your Eldrin race a little bit, like your Eladrin blood. My bad. And just kind
I'm gonna try and cast Scatter at 5th level.
It's a what save is this?
Oh fuck, let me look it up real quick.
Because you see this person rushing towards you, I would say they will still make the roll.
Constitution save.
Failure, so it's gonna take full points.
Alright, let me get the dice out. I was looking this to save. That's second.
Because they rolled a 2 plus 4, 6. So it's fail.
Ooh! I see a lot of 8s and 6s.
Ooh, how much?
40 points of damage.
40?
Yes.
Right? Kind of like running through immediately, kind of like jumping up for a kick. You kind of see the leg. It's an animal-like leg, to where like you hit, blasting her to where she hits her into a bookshelf.
And she also gets pushed 15 feet away.
Yep, she gets launched back straight into a bookshelf, crashing down.
She's gonna keep going. She's gonna cast Fireball again.
Taking that additional, to where you kind of see shredded up in the debris before you cast Fireball, you're seeing like knocked out. You notice this is Morrison.
It's who?
It's Morrison.
As soon as I realize who it is, I don't fucking fire.
Really,
but I have it ready. I kind of tie her up. Because I do have rope in my bag.
Where like you go over and about to like finish the kill, and you notice it's Morrison. She is like taking the full brunt. You gotta tie her up. You take her bombs, correct?
Oh yeah, hands down I fucking take the bombs. That shit fucking...
You take them immediately. And I would say like a good 10 minutes till she
hides though too. She hides in like the shadow of a bookcase until she comes to.
Ooh, roll stealth.
Yes, sir. You know what? I'm gonna use my ducky that's in a Christmas pet.
Oh god.
That's not too great.
I knew it.
That's a 9.
Alright. You kind of like
I think
went to
she.
you
Well, she's
gotta
not trying
hide.
not to hide. She just has the effect of her coming. Like she just has the effect of coming out of the shadows. So
Uh,
make herself look cool, even though she's not cool.
oh, I got it. I got it. You gotta like hide into the shadows like 10 minutes until she wakes up. Kind of like wakes up, shrugs over,
Just to have Fireball prepared in case she needs to use it.
and kind of looking. You are terrible at hiding. I can see half of your thigh.
The whole point wasn't to hide.
I was trying to do this. Ow! By the way, just try not to harm you.
Kind of left me no choice when you come in here attacking my friend
He's not hurt.
and me. And
Well,
how was I supposed to know that?
I don't know. Did you
When you
feel
didn't even.
hurt? Did I hurt you? Did I blow you up?
I don't know. You kind of just threw bombs at us.
Yeah, and they are mechanized bombs. You know how much I work on this stuff. Christ, what do they call it here? Let's see. Not Christ, stars. Like by the stars. You know this. I'm because I just left the school. They call it I'm a witch doctor. I'm a witch doctor.
Are you
Witch
talking
doctor.
about an architect?
Saying like witch doctor. She's saying architect, witch doctor. She's an alchemist, of course.
Are you talking about being an architect?
Yeah. Yeah, you know I've made
Alright,
all this
that's
stuff. And I
yeah,
always
but you also didn't come in here, talking like a normal person at a conversation. You
see,
just kind of knocked out my friend and then started throwing shit at me.
is this coming from the same person that I don't know, let's see. Ignores her family?
I don't ignore my father. He just disowned me, unless you don't recall that.
He didn't disown you. You chose to leave.
Yeah, after him saying and degrading me for hours on end for the paths I've chosen.
Yeah,
What did he not think I wasn't gonna cut contact?
he gave you a chance by if you gave him information, he would, lessen the thing. I'm one of your royal guards. You know this. I have to follow a strict code.
And I give my duties to the school. My duty is to the school and only the school, not him. If he wants information so badly, he can walk his happy ass to that school and get it himself.
You know for a reason why he can't go to this school.
Enlighten me. There's so many.
I don't know. Let's see. Mainly because your dad is this, I don't know, like royal guy. That's like one. Another one is pretty much asking him to do all these things. He doesn't do favors. The only time that he did a quote unquote, like even though she's tied up, using a little bit quote unquote favors, is when I got to be a royal guard for not only him, your mom, but you.
I'm doing just fine on my own.
Then tell him.
I have, and I've told him to leave me alone as well. But he doesn't listen. He doesn't think so.
He
I'm
asked 3
fine.
months in advance. You know how time works from where we are.
I sent him a letter immediately, just 3 months ago, that I was fine, that I didn't need the protection, and that I wanted him to leave me alone.
You know my hands are tied. I gotta do this job.
Well, then you're gonna stay top here.
Really? Did you really think I was gonna be
Really?
here for a very, very long time to where you're gonna see the ropes fall?
That's fair. I should have saw that coming. But she still has Fireball prepared to she tries. If she makes a move. She's also just waiting for Kalo to wake up so they can just leave.
Your kiddo kind of like shrugs off a little bit, like, what happened?
Someone threw bombs at us. We're leaving.
You do know I still have to do this. Like, what do you want to do? Go back empty-handed? He'll have my tail for this.
No, that's your dog to figure that out. I gave him my answer 3 months ago.
You do not get to do this. You think you're the one who has problems?
I don't have problems. I have my life sorted out. And I have a damn good life as it is.
Could you at least talk to your mom?
I sent her letters. If she hasn't gotten them, then she needs to ask her husband that.
Okay, what am I supposed to do? Exactly, what am I supposed to do? I can't take all my equipment back from the Fae just to bring it here.
As I said, I have all your equipment right now. Well, at least what you had on you.
Can I have my bombs at least?
You plan on falling them badass again?
If I wanted you dead, Theramore, all I have to say is the command. And I'm not going to say the command because it's embarrassing.
She gives her back to mom like, this... Again, I gave him my answer. And I'm not backing down from it. I've tried talking to my mom. I've written her plenty of letters. But whatever he does with them, it's what he does with them. If she's ever received a letter, then that's all on him.
Gods, by the stars, you felons are annoying. Ugh. It kind of like composes her face a little bit.
But where's Demi in this whole thing? Because Demi was with us too, wasn't she?
Demi left with Solver.
Oh, okay. That's the part that I missed. Like, where's Demi in all this?
Yeah, Demi went with Solver. Quite literally, you kind of just see her just like hold out her fist. Okay. I will just tell him exactly what happened here, but I'll keep out the comment that you made. Is that fine?
I guess. Yeah, the comment would be pretty funny to include if I don't, you know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Again, I don't give a damn about that man. I love my sister, I love my mother. But I cannot care about him.
Yeah, fine. Make my job even more harder than this. Gods.
And she kind of like turns to Keenan like, come on, let's go find Tarbo. Maybe he's learned some things. So, you know, reading. She just kind of walks out of the library.
Kind of like, hold on. Before
She
you
stops.
walk out, and she ties the bombs back onto her hip. Palm,
Why do you want my palm?
you know better than me. Anybody else, I have to keep your scent. Even if this whole entire debacle between you and your dad, nothing to do with me, I still gotta keep your scent.
She hands over her palm.
And she goes to sniff your hand immediately. Kind of see her eyes flicker out. Enjoy, Theramore.
Alright.
Kind of takes her back on, shifts out, and just jumps into the air to where she is gone within the sight.
Alright, now she goes to find Tarvel to see what he's learned.
Alright. Walking out of the library and heading over to one of the taverns. You are like pretty much noticing, walking into like the tavern, a bit of a tussle went down.
Oh? Uh-oh.
You notice Torvald.
Please don't be Tarvel.
Torvald kind of handled the situation as he's taking like one big ass chug of his mead. It notices you guys. Hey, what's up?
Hey, What happened here?
Okay, so you're not gonna believe this, but one of these guys dared me. Well, technically, dared two of us to punch very, very hard.
Oh no.
So when
That's not a good. You don't challenge you to a fight like that.
I I punched really hard, and like I didn't like punch like a regular like oh big Goliath type of no. I punched, went to a rage mid second, broke his arm. I mean,
My
look,
lord.
what? It was for gold and a good picture of me.
You know what? That's fair. That's actually really fair.
Hey, I warned him. And another thing that I figured out here is that there's a laboratory.
Yeah, I noted that she's something to Abercrombie. I noted that um when I first was observing the town before I went to the library.
And there's another thing apparently. So where Sovereign had went, one of them said there was an elven lady that never left, and so she's kind of staying there. It had got like hit 3 times, so I don't know what's happening over there. But we should tell Solverine at least, so he doesn't go like over there like super unprepared.
I tell that sovereign through the ring.
You tell that to Solverine, and you do not hear anything from him.
Does Demi have a ring?
Demi does have a ring, yes.
I try and reach out to Demi when I get no answer from sovereign.
Right. Because Kino is the one that doesn't have a ring. You hear Demi immediately. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, we've been asking around town about some things, and there's an older woman that hasn't left the area that you guys walked into. So, just be warned that there's going to be somebody there when you guys get there.
Kind of like here. I mean, I would hope so. I'm keeping up as fast as I can with Solverine. He keeps on saying "mother" a lot.
Yeah, I tried to talk to him, but he's not answering.
Something might be happening to. Again, I'll still keep a very close eye on him.
Thank you. Y'all to be safe, please.
Trust me, I'm trying. I'm really trying for Solverine's sake.
Thank you. Just keep giving us reports, please.
Sure, no problem.
And she stops talking.
Pretty much giving the information around. Falchion pretty much has the same thing. He pretty much knows about the laboratory as well. And another thing is, he mentions, don't you kind of think it's strange that these guys are miners and they are pretty much working near an inactive volcano?
Yeah, I do find that actually a bit weird. That's kind of why I wanted to check out the laboratory, see what's also going down in there. Cause it's weird that a mining town has a laboratory.
Hmm.
Something's not sitting right, and I'm getting a really bad. I'm starting to get like a really bad feeling about this place.
And now you get the bad feeling.
You know what, Falcon? Save it for someone who cares.
Apparently, you should have. And
Whatever. How about we just get some sleep and maybe check out, or go ahead and check out the laboratory tonight?
yeah, that actually does sound like a good idea. Do we want to get?
All right. What?
Do we hear anything from Solverine?
No, but I talked to Demi.
as you were like talking mentally, like doing anything while touching your ring, you kind of see Kino shout at you, "Can we at least address the situation? I feel like the super odd man out." Kind of yelling at both you and Torvald. What the hell are you guys talking
Oh,
about?
right. Oh, right. You don't have a ring? I'm so sorry, honey.
Jeez, and you kind of like think back to a little bit where Demi is mentioning, we should hurry up and get Kino a ring at some point. That thought crosses through your minds immediately.
When we get back to Denali, we'll go find Pinnacle and get you a ring, 'cause I'm pretty sure that's who gave it to us.
No, you guys were given a ring from, you were given a ring from Resh, the rabbit in the bar, the first time in Denali. And,
Alright, well,
in
we'll have to see if we can get another ring for you. Find it somewhere.
the thing is, you can actually, the thing is, you cannot break this ring down and put it to another object, but you can duplicate the ring if you find someone who can.
We'll see if I can duplicate a ring for you, honey.
I gotta see it, immediately. Okay, great. So I am not super lost off the loop.
No, she kind of tells him everything.
Oh, that okay. Now that the laboratory thing, we can actually do it tonight. See if we can get a little bit of information first.
Well, tell them, what are we waiting for?
All right. Let's get the information first, then the ring.
Yeah, let's go to the laboratory, and then once we get back to Denali, we'll figure out how to get you a ring.
All right. You just hear a Felchin. All right, I'll just meet you guys there, and like, ends his commute, and just takes off. Torvald finishes his drink, slams down the gold, and you guys get ready to walk out and start making your pace to the laboratory. Now, the laboratory is far away, so do you want to get some rides?
What?
You want
A ride?
Yeah, like horseback rides.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Alright.
Yeah.
You guys get on, like, find a few steeds, kind of like walk over to where you see like a man that's kind of like working on like a little bit of a ranch a little bit, like tossing a few curds of apple pieces, carrots. Kind of looks over. What can I do y'all for?
How much percent? I just to borrow a horse for a little bit.
Alright, renting the horses, it's the three. Holy shit, that dude's big. Looking. Let me find like a good able horse so he won't break his back. But rent would be 12 gold pieces.
Alright, she plans. Well, she puts down one platinum piece and a gold piece.
Jesus. Alright, we're in business. Alright. Come like see him like herd out the horses for you guys and gets a durable stallion for Torvald.
Thank you so much.
Alright. You remember where to find where I am. Always remember, as soon as you get done, bring the horses back here.
Oh, of course. I wouldn't ever dream of not returning them.
And if you lose my horses, it's going to be 24 gold pieces.
Of course. We'll return them. We promise.
Alright. And you guys take off in the direction. Going as far as you can, you are pretty much looking from the cliffside, running those miles. I would say it's very far. So I'm trying to like break this down a little bit. It will take you guys about. I'm gonna compare it to not a car. I'm gonna compare it to a bicycle for the horses. So.
Alright.
miles on bike. Alright. On a bike, you're at like 8 miles per hour. How fast? Um, 4. Alright, so for 16 miles and 16.4, it's doable. Let's see. It will take you guys about a good 58 minutes to get there. Because these are like good, like these are like very fast horses.
Alright.
Because I'm gonna use like, let's see, correction, about a good hour and 16, because I pretty much looked up. It's like right around like 30, 35, 44 ish. So about like a good hour and 16 minutes.
Okay. Let's get on with the ride.
Alright, kind of like running through a little bit, kind of like keeping like that narrow path, because you do kind of see like a few signs saying turn left if you want to go to the volcano slash geyser peak, or keep straight if you want to go to the laboratory. You guys keep going straight. Running through, you are seeing the meadows and meadows of the woodlands. From what Sovereign has mentioned of this place, to where the red moon carries the horizon, kind of like smack down the middle, kind of like turning from like a deep red to a bright orangey yellow. This place at its peak is really, really fascinating. The horizon, sometimes a little bit of steam melts out. The scene, like scenic around here, is mesmerizing. Pretty peaceful. Rock by rock, cliff by cliff, monument by monument, statues of dwarves, elves, humans. Memorabilia. Just seeing the world for how it is, seeing the whole village of Crean, the very big place, one of the biggest places on the island of Tamriel. And you're kind of wondering exactly how safe is this place? You'll just have to see. Jotting through about like a good 50 minutes, you guys are seeing the outskirts of the laboratory, and you're seeing a little bit of a symbol. You are noticing there is a VC on the side of it. Kind of like shadowing the doubt in from the ones that remember, and memorabilia of VC, you remember what Sovereign said. It's Vincent Corp. What Sovereign mentioned, this is Vincent Corp, the laboratory.
Right.
About getting into the road to where you guys are able to stop and park your horses where they are, kind of tie them up to to like a little bit of like a stable ground, sit them down, give them like food and water so they can at least survive out into the daylight break. And you guys are now walking distance from entering the corporation.
Well, I guess here. First I call it for Falchion.
You see Falchion lands down immediately and just throws an apple core into a bush. Hey guys.
Alright, let's get this show on the road, I guess.
Yeah, let's do that. As soon as you guys are like right in front, you guys are in front of a gate. So you guys go to push open the gate together because I will say even with Torvald's strength, it's still not enough to push like the door completely full. So you guys would all have to push it, even if you don't have good strength.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a 7. I ain't helping fucking shit.
You guys all go to push the gate, and as soon as you guys touch the gate, and you touch the gate, Theramore, give me a memory. And it's going to be a auto use of your detect memory. So you remember what the roll?
Alright. So is it a D20 plus proficiency plus wisdom?
Yes, but this is a knack of you using your detect memory spell, kind of like your magic forcing you to go through it because of the spell that you casted today.
Alright, so that's a 13 for the dice roll. And I forget what I need to roll. Alright, for this, it's a D10.
Yep.
Uh, for that, it is a 9, which is, it says, steal wisdom and intelligence and gains 3 temporary hit points of stat.
Alright. So the memory that you are, let's say in a way you're kind of stealing. You are pretty much touching the gate, and you are getting a past memory of someone who was last here. And going through like that memory, you notice like from your hands before it all starts to play back, you are still elven, but you're not Eldrin. You're more kind of wood elven, probably gathering like from what you like looking at like your body a little bit, probably high elven. But the memory starts playing through, and I would say you're kind of draining a little bit of this to where you gain like a little bit of the temp HP, so you would gain the 3.
Okay.
You wouldn't be stealing any wisdom or intelligence because you did touch the gate. You are pretty much looking in this memory and seeing a kid, a small kid, kind of looking around, and you are kind of like waving in that direction and like using your hand like signaling to the come here, and you see right down the ground, small elven kid, kind of tannish, and like holds out the hands, grabs on to your hands as you hear the voice. My precious boy. Look at you. You've gotten so big. Your ears are finally growing in. You are wonderful, my boy. And the face that you're kind of looking through these eyes, you can barely recognize the face on the kid. It's kind of hard. And kind of looking, you hear the voice again. As much as he wants to take every bit of me away from you, you still, still have that beautiful, beautiful elven gaze on you. Looks like you need to muscle up just a little bit, but not too much. I don't want you going a little bit too bulky. For my precious boy. And kind of like hear a bit of murmurs like coming from the gateway saying, "Hey, you don't need to be over here. Get away from him." And just like pushing the woman back. "But that's my child. My boy!" And yelling out, "Lance!" And saying it in Elven dialect of the language. Saying Lance into the memory fades and breaks away to where you guys are fully pushed over from the gate, opening the gate entirely. Your eyes flutter back to where you were looking outside, pushing from the gate, and Kino kind of like nudges you a little bit. "You all right?" Theramore, he kind of like waves his hand in your face. "Theramore, hey," like snaps a little bit. "You are all right."
Yeah, yeah, I'm fine.
Jeez. Reminders never to let you read any more smut.
It wasn't that.
Oh, so you weren't daydreaming about smut. You were daydreaming about that dude. What was his name? It began with something. I think it was. Was it E? No, that's too basic. No. What was his name? Dreamer. You were thinking of Dreamer. You were drinking about that scale fucker, weren't you?
No, it's complicated.
Oh, okay. Hey, I ain't got nothing to say. All right.
It's complicated.
Okay, I'm not judging your sexual life. It is what it is.
It's nothing to do with that. Believe me, it's nothing to do with that. Just sometimes I touch something and it just triggers things, I guess. The easiest way to put it.
Oh. Okay. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word. And they just start walking through all of you start walking through. Um you were looking in the courtyard and seeing like the whole entire thing of Vincent Corp. You are seeing a few of these architects working either around the bushes, fixing a little bit of software around the place, kind of like building it up, mechanizing it up a little bit more, and kind of like walking through the laboratory gate opens immediately, and you see even more people, a lot of researchers around, gizmos, bolts, wrenches, blowtorches, pretty much everywhere, like soot. Anything that shows it was like extremely dedicated hard work is there. And
Uh,
you see a person walking around, lab coat, everything, and they're kind of walking around and kind of just like sees all of you. "Oh, visitors." Welcome to Vincent Corp. Are you the are you the 3 o'clock tour?
uh, you know what? Yeah, we are.
Give me a deception.
Alright, I figured that was coming. Alright. Where are you at? Oh, I got 5 of those. 18 plus 5. I don't feel like doing math.
Oh, okay, pretty good. I'm gonna see him. All right. Alright, so there's. I thought there were supposed to be more of you guys. You know, it doesn't matter. If they couldn't make it, it had to be something else. Alright. Again, welcome to Vincent Corp. What would you like to see first? Because we tend to go by the rules, but if you want to spice it up, just let old August know. Because me, August. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm August Moonlight.
Alright.
Can
How
I
about
get
just a standard tour?
Alright, just a standard tour. Alright, we're just gonna show you around pretty much how most of the stuff that we build here. We're gonna take a look at the items first. Let's take a look at the items. If you want, at the end, no, I'll just let the big guy around here make that decision. Giving you the standard tour. Okay, here's first where we're gonna look at our pretty much healer-based items. Now, what we have here, I mean, most of you guys being a few architects like us, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, architects here. Sometimes where we don't have the means of getting a priest, aka cleric, which is a new name instead of flower, getting a few priests over here to do all the healing whenever a party member's down. What we have is pretty much simple, and this little and picks up the item. It's a gun with a syringe sticking out. A good old healing splooge. It's pretty simple. If you take a good neck of damage, picks up a baseball bat and cracks it against another one of the researchers here to where they go down to the ground. Their leg is completely contorted and the bone is slipping out.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! It looks like my party member has broken his leg. And the priest does not have any more spell slots. What shall we do? But holds out the freaking gun. The healing splooge. First, you take the syringe, put in this holds up a little crystal dyad, like a pink crystal dyad. Take your crystal, put it into the slot. The syringe sticking out, take a little gander of your healing potion, take it out, drains the potion to where you kind of see the crystal, take all of the liquid, and they're leaving just a little bit of the healing potion. Walks over to the leg, sticking it straight into the appendage, or part, or wherever the person is internally. If it's broken, damaged, bleeding out internally, pull that needle, as you hear the gun shoot from the splooge, to where it hits his leg, and you see it start to drain. The crystal starts to fade from the pinkish color to gray, and the liquid seeps out into it, kind of seeing the leg uncontort. The bone snaps back in, starts weaving from the skin, healing all entirely, to where you kind of see the researcher bounce his leg up and down. Hey, would you look at that? Not a scratch! Ha! It works! And you just see August hold up. The healing splooge! Freaking love this thing. It comes with 15 already prepared crystals with the good old healing juice / potion for all of the very specific ones. There's very sorry, tongue-tied. I'm just really excited about the healing splooge. The health potion for the more prefected architects comes in handy, especially if you're a witch doctor on the outside of the fields. I mean, most of these guys want to be automatons. Other of us want to be witch doctors. All of us kind of just want to be the battlesmith ready for adventure. But hey, there's nothing wrong with going support. There's nothing wrong. Also, we have another thing for you. Kind of moves out from the items, puts down the healing gun. Noticing from the healing gun and all this happening, how does Theramore feel? I'm just one.
um, she, I don't know how she feels. She, she speaks to us for the first time in in a millennia.
Oh yeah, something new. You write it down, or are you scared to write it down?
She wrote it down. She's writing. She's taking notes.
Very horrified and jotly writing down while horrified.
Yes. She kind of has even though her face has no color to begin with, her face goes even more white.
You kind of see like
I,
Fauci creeping through with his already pale feathers. Very sadistic, aren't they?
for once, I have to agree with you, Featherbrain.
Yeah, Kindred, me too. And immediately, kind of like leaping over, you see August grab. Now, for all of those Battleborgs, the Battlesmith. The Battlesmith for the subclass name. All of you Battleborgs out there, if you want something a little bit more, lethal, you kind of see him like walk over and picks up and slams onto the table. This bad boy right here. Now, I'm not a guns expert, but I do know how to make them. This baby right here, built with a good bit of batteries, a few crystals. This is the pretty much still in the prototype phase of the plasma arquebus. Now, we're still kind of working on the plasma part, but hopefully for like the Rhea test, picks up the arquebus, holds it to hand, points at the target, and he is wearing very, very thick leather studded gloves. Puts on like a mask. He says, "Everybody get behind me." Points at the target, and immediately you hear the trigger click where nothing goes out. Click, 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 click. He clicks and holds the trigger to where you see the gun start to light up. In a burst of what looks to be radiant, but kind of liquidy, shoots out at one of the targets as you kind of see the gun starts to melt a little bit, and a few of the researchers grabs like a fire extinguisher and just starts like spreading it out all over to the gun to where it doesn't melt entirely. But you see the target not only melts, but starts to slowly deteriorate within an inch to where there's like nothing but goop on the ground.
Oh wow.
Again, that one's still in the prototype. You kind of notice the gloves are starting to like melt and deteriorate to where he like launches them off his hands, touches the fingers a little bit. Okay, we're still good. Still got them. Okay. Now, for the little bit of the utilities. You've ever heard of a bag of holding, right? Everyone's heard of a bag of holding. Bag of holdings are superior. No need for backpacks. No need for boxes. Just need... what? Say it with me. Need that bag. So, bag of holding. How about when someone tries to steal your stuff, and we have the bag of mimics? To you kind of see the bag launch out and starts barking like a chain chomp from Mario. You kind of see like drop it on the ground. Bad boy, sit. You see like the bag of mimic just starts barking repeatedly, and it's foaming from the mouth, but it's just the stuffing from the bag to like mimic its foaming from the mouth. And you hear Kino, let me guess, prototype? Yeah, prototype. Anywho, and puts like a sheet over it without touching it, and you kind of see like the cover starts to like bark, like hear like the cover start barking repeatedly, like the muffled barking coming from the cover. Yes. Okay, I think that's the end of the item store. Time to go to the alchemist lab. Anybody up for alchemist lab? And you see him raises his hand. Immediately, you see Falchion and Torvald raise their hand after seeing all this. Kano is looking at you for you to raise your hand as your hand already raised up to leave for the alchemist room.
She definitely raises her hand.
You kind of see Kano immediately raises his hand as well, and just you see August alchemy. Let's go. And you kind of see the cover start moving as soon as you guys immediately like run out of the room. You hear Demi immediately. Okay. For about like a good bit there. Christ, he kept running. But we finally took a break. I had to yell at him to take a break so he doesn't tire himself out. How's your guys' end?
He had a very interesting tour.
Oh, really? What'd you learn so far?
She just tells her everything that they learned.
They had a bag of mimic?
Yeah.
Did it work?
No.
Is it broken?
Yeah.
Huh. Strangely, I would have like a lot of jokes right about now if I was not exhausted. A lot. So you guys are heading to the alchemy lab, if I'm correct. You guys are.
We are. We just got done with the alchemy lab.
Oh, that was the alchemy lab. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, where is he taking you now?
I don't know.
You kind of see August. Okay, so out of the Heidelman alchemy room. Again, it was not supposed to go like that since most of the inventions were supposed to work. But we can show you the armory because most of that stuff works.
Alright.
Okay, armory, and like leads you down to pretty much the right side. Inside of this entire laboratory is pretty much the most steampunkiest shit you've ever seen. Like God's grace, it's like Tron, but if it's copper instead. Demi's like, I think he just got his second wind. And we're running again. Sorry, Thermore. And the muleys just cuts off immediately. And just like starts running. You guys are heading straight to the armory. And finally in there, you are pretty much looking at an endless tapestry of armor. And also kind of looking around in this place. What is your passive perception?
Ron is an 18.
18. On an 18. You are seeing a few designs that kind of resemble sovereigns a little bit.
Oh.
And kind of looking at the armor, like most of the studded part is kind of laced like his a bit. Like it is kind of a little bit laced like his. And kind of like looking a little bit more, you are noticing that there are robes on robes on robes, light armor, stud leather, medium armors, exotic armors, shields, gauntlets, bracers, boots, metal boots, a lot of helmets, and for exotic like armor, some of these are compatible with wings a little bit. Some things have like studded wings. Others of the weapons kind of have like others of the armor kind of have weapons on them as well, like attached forms of short swords, long swords, claws, um, clubs, spiked clubs, mauls, morning stars, daggers, hidden blades of that sort. You see August looking over and like puts right. There's a set of armor, but looking at the design, this looks very, very similar to Solverine's a little bit. And you see August says, to our one of our experiments that we had here made this piece of armor, and sadly, the researcher that was working on this is not with us anymore. But the design is like extremely, like scarily close to being like the big guy, like the big boss, like his like designs on armors here. Like you are looking at this like lineup, like this is like what a Deathborg would be wearing, like an automaton on a like fuck a mission, like a war. Everything is like built perfectly on this thing. Like the seams are like built extremely perfect. Like the thing of the suit is like it looks extremely durable, but it could break easy depending on how much hits it can take. And looking at it, it looks like the armor can absorb a little bit as well.
Oh, alright, alright.
Kind of looking at it a little bit, the skies are like so there's like limit to the skies with like this piece of armor. All right. Kind of like seem like flip over the clipboard. All right. Last thing on the tour, because we already did the alchemy with the health, with the guns for a little bit. We do have one more thing, even though it's not randomated on the standard tour, because we did show you the laboratory with all of the hardworking researchers, a few of them using experiments on corpses as well. Not for like any like reanimation weird business, I can say that. At least from what I know on the clearance. We do have another project here, if you want to see it.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You sure it won't take any of your time? Because you guys did sign up for like a good like a short tour. But hey, if you want it, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see it.
All right. Kino kind of like loops over and like Falchion. I mean, Theramore, it wouldn't hurt to get a little bit more information here.
That's fine. Let's see it.
What box? What? Oh yeah. I know. Gonna see him like Theramore, I mean, it's kind of sad that we kind of have to go, even though we want to see the place.
Alright, well then we could go then, I guess.
You kind of just like see him. All right, and you kind of hear like a little tidbit in your mind, as Fashion says. The reason why I said, well, we should go is because I think we should do this stealthily without drawing too much attention. Draw less attention with a person here that's going to hide a lot of information. How about we just see it for ourselves? And kind of see him whisper it straight to Kino, where he was like, "Oh, and kind of like leans over,
that makes sense.
kind of like see him like, all right, I hope you guys had a. Again, sorry about like the whole entire like mess in the alchemy lab, but I actually hope you guys enjoyed the tour, and I hope to see you guys here again at some point as new hands-on architects.
Alright.
You gotta just see Fletchen and Torvald. Yep, sure, buddy. Yep, soon. Goodbye. And like immediately closes the door right behind, and like kind of looking out for guards. Okay, stealth time. All right. Now, a good judge for whenever I scan this entire place. We could go in from the right side. Like Fletcher mentioned, like we can go for like the right side of this entire place because there is like 3 entrances. Before I sat in the tree, I did get like a little bit of scanning going in the entire vicinity. I made sure I was not seen, but took like a good bit of like bird's eye view. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So we can do this of 2 ways. We can do the back entrance, but it will be riskier. We can go in for the same way that we came in for the first time in the front entrance. That's also going to be a little bit risky. Or we can go from the right side door as quiet as we can. Those 3 choices are what we have.
Alright, well, let's see. I mean, all of them sound good. And at least doable.
Let's see, Torvald. I kind of prefer the one that is not super risky, because I am a very big fan. And you hear Falchion say, okay, so we can pretty much do the right side to where like it's less quiet. We can just go in, find where the secret place is. Alright?
Alright.
Alright, we're cool with that, right? We can do this, right? Like, you want to do this?
I think we can.
Alright.
I think we got this.
Can see Kino? I'm like, I mean, I kind of know I can. You can see Fashion. I know I can, like, supremely as well. But if you guys fall behind, try to find Kino at least. Okay. We're gonna go in radio silence since we have a communicator ring. Kino doesn't have a communicator ring, does he?
No, he doesn't now.
Do we want to take care of that problem first?
I don't know how to find someone that can give us. They can duplicate this ring for us.
Surely, you can like see if surely did Sovereign mention that Crean had the blacksmith here?
I don't remember.
Because like we can't we can put this off until later. Like we can put like the whole entire sneaking in to get the secret out later, if we want to get him a ring. Because either way, I'm good with doing either or.
Let's get the ring done first.
All right. Let's get the ring done first. And you see, Falchion takes off into the air and keeps a pace with you guys, and not going back like at a fast pace like he usually does. So to keep up with you guys run back out to the gates. The gates close right behind you, and you get on your horses and start heading back that hour, 16 minutes, back to the main village of Crean. And I will say, you guys are pretty much looking around. You gotta ask a few dwarves who are Kino is like, all right.
Yeah.
They kind of like look around like, so, do we have, like, you guys have a blacksmith here?
Wait,
Like,
one second.
you guys have like a prominent blacksmith. Scouring around voices and like every single thing. Yelling at the top of his lungs, there's a blacksmith next to that tavern that Torvald kind of got into a fight to. And so happily, to where Torvald is like, oh, it's in that vicinity. Immediately, to where Kino is like, all right, good, I'll follow that, and just ignores the dwarf immediately. He runs straight into direction to where you kind of just like all kind of like gather there, shifting around. You are feeling like the crowd around, a few other people knocked out and like around the streets from drinks a little bit. And you finally like go right into the vicinity to where the bar that Torvald was. Abercrombie this entire time has been updating the book to where he finally pinpointed where Crean is. Marks down like, it makes like a little like mini map for the village. Gets everything jotted out from what he saw. Puts Vincent Corp a little bit farther away from the main town of Crean. You are pretty much at the little shop of where the blacksmith is. And Kiddo's immediately looking like, so, is there a way that you can bring this enchantment from their rings to another ring without breaking the enchantment, but like giving me the exact same enchantment that they have on their rings? And you kind of see the blacksmith immediately look at them like, let's see, I'm gonna need all three of the rings. So take a look at the enchantment. He takes he's holding on his hand for your ring, Theramore.
She gave it to him.
Okay, he takes that, takes Torvald's, takes Falchion's. He says, alright. So the enchantment on this thing is powerful to where if I tried to transfer it in a way to the ring, it's going to be hard. It might break the rings and it won't be able to use said enchantment. But let me see. And like he is looking into like his little book for a version of this enchantment. I can give you a version of the enchantment. It won't be as powerful as the one in your rings, but I can try to jerry-rig it in a way to where it's linked up to your guys' frequency in a way.
That would be amazing, thank you.
Alright. Now, the big issue on this enchantment that I'm putting onto his ring, well, their ring.
Okay, yeah, found.
I'm going to put on their ring. The only problem is the quote-unquote channels that you guys have on these rings are going to be a little bit brackish in a way for him. So, like, for them. So, they'll have to force a little bit of their mind to break through your barriers if they want to have a one-on-one session in the mind.
Alright.
Okay. Gotta like see him like take the ring. Right. For the ring, it's gonna be like a standard 30 gold pieces for the ring. And with the enchantment on here, I'm gonna use a minor enchantment. It's gonna be an even 40, so 7 gold pieces, like 70 gold pieces in total.
I got the horses.
You thought the horses. Thought the horses. Gonna see it, Falchion. Oh, you want me to help? See, Torvald, I got gold because I am generous. Slams on that gold on the table. Alright, let's see what I got.
Not all of us are blessed.
And you kind of like see him like hit the ring extremely like hard repeatedly. Grabs like a little bit of like the burning cinders, rubs it around the ring, grabs a page, grabs a little bit more cinders, rubs the cinders on the page, and rubs the enchantment hard onto the ring to where you kind of see the light glow from the enchantment. It just withers in, burns the paper entirely, making a little bit more cinders as he spreads it straight back onto the ring, and burning the cinders even deep into the ring to where he blows out the soot, cleans it up, and Kino now has a communicator ring that is now broadcasted mentally to everybody in the party. He finally has a link up where he takes the ring, looks at you guys. Okay, so now how do I use it? Do I just like hold my head or something, or do I just put it on any fancy way, like an earring, a necklace, a ring? Oh, wait a second. How about I put it on my nose like a bull ring? And kind of see him like puts it on his nose to where you can see the ring unweave and snap on, and makes like a makeshift bull ring to the nose. And to where you now hear Kino's voice in your head. All of you do.
Awesome.
Let's go! As you like hear it in the head immediately. And this is where I'm going to put a snap and pause, a little bookmark for where we are now.
I figured that's where we would end.
Yep. Now, if anything, I just gotta send a message to one of our players. But if anything, if you enjoyed tonight, watch a little bit much more of the older videos. I'll get this thing posted up as much as I can. But always enjoy the night. Good night and goodbye.
Nighty night.